Hello everyone, I promise this one is a longer one. This is again my homework for the Kpop Academy, week 7 I think we're on now, of the KCC UK Kpop Academy London 2021. And last week we focused on traditional dance and we had a wonderful lesson taught by Yerin. Oh, I forgot her surname, but it was wonderful. And then the homework was to either look at traditional dance or a variety of other things, but one of them was to look at the song Arirang and research it and either provide a profile or create some artwork based on it. I decided to do some art because I do love a good bit of art, and it was to listen to the song and research it and do a piece of artwork that reflects how it made you feel. Traditionally, the myth story behind Arirang is that it means my beloved, and there are sort of many varieties of the tale about travelling to find someone that you love or miss, or longing for them. So in one of the traditional stories, it's about a gentleman and a lady who are in love, but they live on either sides of a river and they can't get to each other. And in one version, they both just long for each other forever and then die lonely. And in another version, the gentleman gets fed up and decides he wants to see her, so he jumps into the river to try to get to her but drowns, and so sadly then the lady is left all alone longing, and he never makes it to her. So it's quite a sad story in that way. It actually reminds me of a song that I would listen to growing up. That was one of my mum and dad's songs that they had on from the 50s or 60s, called Running Bear by Johnny Preston. And that's about two Native Americans, a lady and a gentleman, who live on either sides of a raging river, and they can't get to each other, and their tribes fight. So they're probably Romeo and Juliet going on, and they both long for each other. And then one day they both decide to jump into the river rather than waiting, and they swim to each other, but the river's really fast, and they just manage to hold each other, and then they kiss, but then the water pulls them down. However, the ending is sort of that they will get to be together in the afterlife. So that does have a sort of nice ending in the fact that they've died together. So hopefully they will get to move on to that next life. So in this one, obviously they say, living in together in the afterlife. So it just kind of reminded me of that. So it was a bit of a nice memory of me and my family, but it's not necessarily the nicest story ever, in terms of happy endings and things, but obviously it's so my painting sort of reflects that longing and loneliness, and I wanted to do it at night time because the dance that we learnt was based at night time under the full moon, and it just sort of, I was kind of inspired by that as well. So, and also longing for someone at night, looking at the stars and the moon, and contemplating things, it just sort of appealed to me, and that's what I kind of got from listening to the song. And then I've obviously done the lady that is longing and lonely and missing her partner, who's obviously not with her. The other good thing about this song is that it was actually also used as a bit of a rallying rebellion song almost during the Japanese occupation of Korea. Singing was censored heavily, and it became a criminal act to actually sing like the national anthem and other songs. So Arirang became a sort of rebellion song that they would sing to themselves to get their spirits up and to kind of keep that camaraderie and strength almost. And so then it's sort of seen as an unofficial song of Korea, so much so that they did actually ask for it to become part of the UNESCO's sort of national treasure type things, I think. And this actually unites with the North. So North Korea as well, as they have both petitioned for it to be part of the UNESCO list. So obviously that's something that unites the two of them. And I also read this wonderful article that said that it's basically a Korean gift that just keeps on giving, as it's known worldwide. and it opens the doors for many people who hear it to look into and discover the beauty that is Korea and Korean cottage heritage art, music, and all of those things. Sort of like me with this course, you know, doing all of those different things, because lots of people know Arirang, even if they don't necessarily know the story of it. So it's a gift of natural culture and heritage that just is passed around, and people hear it and look into things and then discover more of Korea, which I think is just quite wonderful, really. But that's it from me. That's my little piece on Arirang and my painting. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Hello, I got my words confused the other day, and I just wanted to add one brief minute of clarification. The North and South of Korea both requested the song be added to the UNESCO's representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity. And I couldn't think of the words, so I just wanted to add that in. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you very much for listening, and see you soon. Bye.